Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome back to Business Today. Viewers, today we have a topic that I think is quite important, and I think we haven't covered it before in our shows. It's about doing business in Bangladesh. British Bangladeshis doing business in Bangladesh, and we do know there's a misconception. Many of us believe that it's difficult doing business in Bangladesh, or difficult in terms of communication, trust, all sorts of issues like that. And that is what we want to cover today. But what we've got here is three distinguished guests, very important people who are very well known and has been very successful doing business in Bangladesh. And without further ado, obviously, I want to go on to my guests, and I am privileged to have them here at the studio today. So may I ask you to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Sahar Rahman.
And I'm Amana Rahman. We're the owners of Sahar Rahman Boutique, and we are based in Dhaka.
Okay, and yourself?
Assalamualaikum. I'm Shafkat Rahman. I'm the managing director of Casa Deco. It's a boutique furniture and home decor company based in Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Okay, thank you very much. Welcome to the show, and thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Now, obviously, I would like to ask the ladies first. Sure. You know, that's the way we do things here in UK. Okay. Obviously, you said you're in the boutique industry, so is it just boutique textiles? And could you tell us a bit more about your industry?
We have our clothing line. So basically, we're making, outfits for ladies, obviously, like. So it's more couture and bridal outfits, more of
evening
wear, and
also casuals.
Yeah, so we have a line for all occasions, basically.
Excellent.
Yes,
okay.
in a boutique.
And you both run that business.
Yes, we both actually design the clothes together, and we're running it together as well.
Okay, so you design it as well. So
yes, of course.
Okay, brilliant. Now, could you tell me, one of the difficulties we have is we believe that, running a business in Bangladesh is difficult. But as ladies running a business, that is, really difficult, is it?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Yes, because we always have like an advantage point, I guess, because they really, really respect the fact that, we are actually coming out and doing work and looking after business and stuff. They do respect that, people around who are we working with, right? So they appreciate it, and they're really helpful with, if we have, of course you need to be a little strict sometimes as well.
Okay.
You need to be very straight with what you want and the kind of work you do, right? And you're meeting with different clients, and it's nice. It's actually.
I've got loads of questions for you in terms of how you grew the business. I'm going to go on to Mr. Shafkat Rahman quickly. Yeah. Now, yourself, you went into something different, furniture industry and interior decor.
Right. Yeah, I mean, while growing up, I figured that I was more sort of a creative person. So, because I didn't study on this line. Okay. I'm not an architect, so I didn't study in this line. But I am, I've done my branding, and I've done my masters on international business. So it's kind of, not really related. But what happened, I found out quite early on the stage that I'm very passionate, and I'm very, attached with design and art and this sector, really.
Okay.
So, it so happened that when I left, I used to be in London, so when I left London, I went back home, and I figured that this is the line I would like to pursue my future, and that's what I did. So I went back, I set up the furniture and interior business.
I believe you left us for good. You were settled in Bangladesh, and you love it there.
Yeah, I'm happily settled there with my wife and my daughter. But in terms of business and all, I quite like the lifestyle here, and I was here for almost close to 10 years.
Okay.
And I was working for British Telecom, so for a few years.
It's a PLC company, so it's quite a big company you were working for.
So after that, I thought, I wanted to get into business, because I always wanted to do that. You know, and on top of that, you know, I always thought I need to get the exposure from here. I need to get the experience from here, and that's what I acquired. So once I've done that, then I thought it's time to leave the party. You know,
okay.
So I decided to pack up and really go back home.
Brave move.
Yeah, I mean, I had to. I mean, you know, I had to take the risk, and business, that is all business is about, you know. There is risk involved, and
the potential in Bangladesh, what is your opinion in terms of potential to do business and make money in Bangladesh?
See, Bangladesh is a developing country, so the opportunity, the possibilities are huge. It's still an untapped market in different sectors, so it really depends what you're after.
Yeah.
Now, if you, it depends on the industry you want to get involved with. Like for me, I thought I wanted to get into the furniture industry. Then I, done my homework. I've seen the market back home, and I figured that there was a gap in terms of what I am currently doing, like what I am offering my clients. So I actually do high-end boutique, made-to-measure furniture.
Okay.
So you can't really, if you come to my design studio, you can't really handpick any furniture piece. So you have to browse through my digital gallery, and you need to, somewhat figure out, like, give us the scope of work, like what exactly you're after, what sort of style you want, furniture. Then what we do, we make it for you.
Okay.
So it's all
so you're
customized.
Manufacturing it all.
Yeah, we have our own factory back home, and we manufacture it locally. And the plus point with this is clients, they get to actually, get involved with us from the scratch. So if you talk about the entire wood process, color process, fabric, everything.
It's brilliant, yeah.
All the little details is
and
involved.
in Bangladesh, people more and more every day, they require this sort of service now, because people are actually enjoying a good lifestyle there. That's what I can see.
Yes,
I've just come back actually recently, just a few days ago.
Okay,
and life has moved on in Bangladesh,
Certainly, you must have seen how it's changing, So the thing is, it's a bit of everything, because people, they have the exposure now. They're traveling a lot, and especially with the media, with the social media and everything, the whole platform is in a manner that they're actually learning a lot, as opposed to what used to happen before, Yeah. So only the big names were out.
That's right, yeah.
Before, but now, due to all the SMEs and all these companies, the startups and all the even self-employed, even freelancers, everyone gets to know about these people because of social media, because of the exposure, networking and all that.
Yeah, it's superb actually. You've sort of answered the question, what made you go into that line of business, but I'm going to ask our lovely ladies here, what actually inspired you to go into the line of business you're in today?
So basically, it's of course, fashion is always such an attractive, thing. You want to be a part of it, and you want to always understand like how people are so. You want to have your input in there, like how they're so fashionable, and what's the whole process behind it.
I can see you were passionate about it.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
We always have been really passionate about fashion. Beauty, we adore beautiful clothes, whenever people are wearing beautiful clothes. So in Dhaka, basically, when we started actually, the scope was not as much. And we used to see that, when someone is getting married, they don't have much options to buy their wedding outfit from,
Some of these weddings nowadays in Bangladesh is very glamorous.
Nowadays, yes, of course.
Right, like
Shafkat
said, that now they're more aware of fashion in terms of, for social media, whatever. And, always out like neighbor countries, they're also so, brilliant with what they're doing in the fashion world, right? So we thought that it's high time, like Bangladesh should really come out there as well, and they should be in the global.
Yeah, why not Bangladesh?
Why not
Bangladesh?
And why not promote our country in such an industry?
We have fantastic, people who are doing all the handwork and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
the skills are there.
Absolutely, they're very skillful, and the workmanship is amazing. So it's, why will they get deprived? That they should be there as well. So I think we really wanted Bangladesh to be there, so we just took this tiny step, let's see how it is. And of course, because we loved fashion and designing, so we started off with it, and it actually really,
the response was amazing.
And people loved it.
Excellent. Okay, now one question I'm going to ask Mr. Rahman as well. I'll ask the ladies first. Difficulties. When you started your business, what sort of difficulties did you face? I'm sure every business faces some form of difficulties. What sort of difficulties can you recall that you faced? I know now your business is up there, you know, but in the early days.
See, it's like, I think everyone would face that. Number one is that when you're new in the business, people take time to kind of relate to you and understand that what you're offering them, and and you know, why will they come to you and not go to somewhere else or out of country, maybe India or Pakistan or somewhere to shop, right? In terms of the clothing and the fashion line, right? So this is definitely very hard. It was a little hard for you to kind of prove yourself that no, we're making stuff which you can actually wear, and you can also trust our taste, and you know, you can definitely come and feel beautiful wearing our clothes, you know. So I think definitely the part that you need to prove yourself was a little hard. And secondly, I think that sourcing, you know, sometimes it does get a little difficult, because
if you want to make something different and extraordinary, so you need to, like, you know, think out of the box, and you need to source your materials from maybe such a source that, you know,
is it will turn out to material sometimes?
Yes, it is. I would say
yes, absolutely, because when you know, in the
because you do want to go for something that is very uncommon, that, you know,
in terms of fabric or the raw material you're using. So you need to explore the market. You need to know where you'll find
the right. You have to come with the best.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. No, that's brilliant. Okay, now can you tell me, two sisters in one business, you know, was that easy or was that great?
Oh, that's great, of course.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing because we both have been really close.
Yes,
and we share a very strong relationship.
Excellent.
So, I mean,
what's your role and your role in your business?
I think we share like equal roles. It's really fun because we are sisters, so it's always we have the plus point of
we have the comfort zone, you know,
comfort and plus point of actually sharing our thoughts and you know, putting it on the table that no, this is how it should be, or she would be like, no, you know, let's do that first. This is how you want. This is how we want.
Brilliant. Two sisters taking the business to a complete level. I mean, I know your businesses have done really well. And it's gone to another level in Dhaka, you know, one of the leading companies in your line of business.
By the grace of Allah,
What makes you come to UK? You know, you're from Bangladesh and you're here in UK. I was wondering what made you come here?
Oh, so yes, we are here because we just participated for the British Bangladesh Fashion Week.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I think it was an
amazing
experience, and I'm so glad, and because the organizers took this great initiative, and it's you know, it's very important for people to know globally that Bangladesh is in the fashion scene right now, and they are doing equally well. And there's so many talented designers in our country as well, and they should really
be recognized globally.
It's good, and I like to see Bangladeshi companies coming to UK and showcasing their products, etc., which is very nice.
It's such a good platform.
I think more of that should happen, and that will motivate our British Bangladeshis here in UK to go abroad and do things.
Absolutely.
I've got 1 minute to break, so I'm going to quickly ask you your difficulties, Mr. Rahman. When you first went to Bangladesh from UK, what sort of difficulties have you faced? Obviously, I don't expect you to finish it all in 1 minute. After the break, we'll continue from there.
Right. When I went back, I wasn't really sure what I was getting into in terms of business, because I thought I was going to start. So any opportunity which came towards me, I wanted to really wait out and not really jump into it, because it's a new market for me. You know, I stayed here almost a decade, so going back, so I needed to measure out everything properly. So I figured you know, obviously when you start a business, you know, one of the main issue is really penetrating the market and competing with the main guys, with the main players, you know. So I thought, you know, why not give it a different angle? Although I wanted to open my furniture business then, but I initially went back and I opened 2 restaurants.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back after the break, right? We're going to continue from there. Viewers,
sure.
Please stay tuned, and we'll be seeing you after the break, and we'll continue from where Mr. Rahman stopped. See you after the break.